Okay, in this video, we'll be looking at compound interest. So let's take a look at some pie graphs here. So there's our joke of the day. Percentage of chart which looks like Pac-Man. That's the percent that looks like Pac-Man. And that part does not look like Pac-Man. Okay, let's move on. Okay, compound interest is when you earn interest on interest and principal. You're going to earn not only interest on what you put in at the start, which is the principal, but you're also going to earn interest on interest. Simple interest, you only earn interest on what you put in at the start or on the principal. So on principal. And let me just show you this example. It's not on the sheet, so you can just pay attention. It's not on the sheet. And I'll show you the difference here with a quick calculation. So let's say you invest $100 at 10% in each type. So here I'll do simple. And on this side, on the right side, I'll do compound. So 10% after a year, this is how much interest you would earn. So I'll use my pen here, 100. And you multiply 100 times 0.1. So it's like 10% is decimal 1. You earn $10 interest after 1 year. So it's in compound interest, the first year you do the same thing. You earn $100 times 0.1, and you earn as well $10. Okay, now for simple interest, just clean this up. In year 2, okay, in number year 2, you earn the same amount. You earn $10. In compound interest, in year 2, not only do you invest the $100, you also invest the $10. So altogether, you invest $110. And then you multiply that by 10%. Okay, and then you end up with $11 earnings. So you earn an extra dollar. Okay, so you earn an extra dollar here. Instead of just earning $10, you earn $11. Here in year 2, you just invest the initial 100. Here in compound interest, you not only invest the initial 100, but you also invest the extra $10. So you invest 100. So in the end, you invest $110. So here, you only invest the 100 in year 2. You make $10 every single year. Here, you also add the interest. You add the extra $10 you made. So in year 2, you will make $11. Okay. Now let's see how the formula works. We'll move on to the next slide here. We'll move to 2 slides. So here's our formula. So A is the amount you have in the bank. It's not the interest, it's the amount. Okay. P is the principal. I is the interest, and it's as a decimal. Instead of R, we use the letter I. And N is the number of compounding periods. So today, it's the number of years today, but that'll switch in the next lesson. So in today's lesson, it's the number of years, but later it'll be the number of compounding periods. Okay, let's look at the second formula here. I equals A minus P. It's basically the interest is equal to the amount, okay, that you earned minus the principal. So it's the amount you earned minus what you put into the bank. So that's the total amount minus the principal. Okay, now let's do some sample questions. Oh, where is it used before we do sample questions? Well, this formula is used for investments, for savings, when you put money in the bank and save it, for GICs, which are called guaranteed interest accounts, for bonds and mutual funds. Mutual funds, you're investing in someone who works the stock market and tries to earn money. So those stocks go up, you go up. Okay, but it's used in these areas. It's also used for loans. Banks use it, car dealers use it, and credit card companies use it. Okay, let's show you how to work this on the calculator. So I'm going to bring up the calculator. I'm going to show you how I do this. I can put all this in a calculator. So I'm going to turn this calculator on. I'll clear it. And we're going to put 480, okay, bracket 1 plus 0.105, close the bracket, and I have an exponent key. Hopefully you have your exponent key. It's right here. Sometimes it's x to the y or y to the x, 6. And then I enter, and I get 873.81. So it's more calculator work. So it's 873.81. Okay, that's one way to do it. Okay, another way. Okay, so another way to do this. Okay, and this is what I like to do. I go 480 Okay, I put the bracket, and I already add the 1 in my head. I already do. It's 1.1. It's always 1.105. So all these questions always are 1.05, okay, to the exponent 6. So this part in here, I just put a 1 in front of that 0.105, and then I put it in. It works every time, and I hit enter, and I get the same answer, okay? Another way here, you can actually, if you wanted to write it, so if you wanted to write it, you could write 480, 1.105 to the power 6, and then put it in the calculator. Or you can skip that step and just put it in the calculator. Okay, let's do one more here. So the way I like to do it, and you don't have to write this step, I like to put 2400, and I like to put 1.025 to the power of 4 in the calculator and get the answer. So this is all calculator work, so let's bring it out. It's 2400, okay, bracket. Now, some calculators you got to put a times. The bracket doesn't work. And then you put a bracket, 1.025. And then close the bracket to the power of 4. Okay, so you get 2649.15. 2649.15. Now, 15 here. That's a 5 at the end. Okay, now sometimes when you put it in your calculator, so let me go back to that calculator. Okay, you don't have the bracket. You can also do with some calculators without the bracket. You can go 2400. You can put the times in, and without the bracket, you put 1.025, and then the exponent key. Hopefully you can find your exponent key, 4. And that should also give you the same number, 2649.15. Okay, let's go on to the next one here. Okay, using the formula, okay, solve. So what I'll do here, okay, this will be the last one before the word problems, is I'll set up different colors so you can see what I'm doing here. So start off with the black with the A. So I'll put A equals P, and I'll use a different color for the 1 plus I so you can see where I get the I from. And I'll use N a different color. So the I is in green, the N's in blue, and the P's in red. So let's now see. So P. This time it gives it to you, P. So we're just going to sub it in here. So we're going to go A equals 4500, okay, bracket, 1 plus I, but I is 3.5. That same issue, got to divide it by 100. So 3.5 divided by 100. So it's 0.035. So you put 0.035. Okay, let's clean that up a little bit here. Okay, there. And then the exponent is the n, the number of years. In this case, it's the number of years. That'll change in the next lesson, but just for now, it is the number of years. So here's the last one, and it goes to the power of 6. Okay, and the I was this part, the green part. Okay, next step, we're just going to use a black here. A, if you want, you can write this, or you can put it right into your calculator right from there. 1.035 to the power of 6. And then we go to our calculator. So let's move over to our calculator. You go 4500. Okay, and I'll put the bracket. Now, sometimes the bracket doesn't work, so some people have to go times. In some cases, you'll have to go times here. So I'll do a lot of calculators, just go times 1.035, okay, to the exponent 6. Let's see what we get here. 5531.65. 5531.65. So 5531.65, and the answer is usually in dollars. Now I'll do the next problems I'll do in the next video, the 3 word problems.